Well, good evening, good day to everyone. This is an exciting time for us with Gab with Golden Bronze, co-host Mickey G, that's me, and Golden Bronze is on the stage. You say hi to the people, Golden
Hello,
Bronze?
everyone. Thank
Yeah,
you for joining us this evening.
yes. We have an exciting topic, an exciting guest today. We're talking about the Oklahoma Juneteenth Runway Show. Now, listen, you know I'm a fashionista in all things. Fashion is something I'm geeked out about. And so we're going to talk about that today with two amazing women. But before we do that, I have a little housekeeping to do. So, on our podcast, on our radio show, you can hear our show on Village Global Network on Mondays, every other week at 10 a.m., powered by Zeno FM with additional monitoring through online radio box on the following stations: Culture Shark Radio, Canada; Radio Forcio, Mexico; Rockbox FM, USA; and Wapter Music FM, Guadalupe. Okay, with that said, let me introduce these amazing, fabulous women. First of all, we have Miss Alicia Stephens. She is renowned for introducing high fashion to Oklahoma by producing the first Tulsa and Oklahoma City Fashion Week, along with numerous runway shows, model development, creative events, and platforms for emerging talent to elevate the standard of fashion, beauty, and media talent in our state. Her exceptional skills and talent have been featured on popular mainstream shows such as Project Runway and The View. Alicia's mission is to create, cultivate, and elevate the fashion community by advocating and bringing awareness and funding to create spaces of support for fashion talent to thrive. All right, that's the first one. And now we have another outstanding fashionista, Neisha Hubbard. She is a seasoned model and model coach, bringing over 20 years of experience to the fashion industry. Alongside Alicia Stephens, she coordinates fashion events and provides invaluable training to aspiring models in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Neisha specializes in private sessions and workshops, guiding models through personalized development to help them succeed in the competitive world of fashion. With her expertise and dedication, Neisha Hubbard is a driving force in shaping the next generation of models in Oklahoma and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone, please welcome Alicia Stephens and Neisha Hubbard. We're so excited to have you ladies tonight, and your bios are very impressive. So let me ask you this. Since I'm all things fashion, I want to know how you got your passion for fashion. Clearly you have that. So let me start with Neisha. Would you tell us where your fashion fire started, how you came to this place that you're in now?
Well, it all started pretty much from a young age, watching music videos, award shows, just seeing the lights, the cameras, the action, the beautiful people. And then pretty much when the opportunity came about here, I took it. I went to John Casablancas, started out modeling for them, took the classes, got some jobs through them, and then became a instructor through John Casablancas. And then after that, different opportunities came up to where I was able to either model or be a model coach. So
Excellent. And a lot of us have heard of John Casablancas.
oh yeah.
Very well known. Very well known. So you have good training there. So
Oh yeah.
let's pivot. Miss Alicia, tell us about your journey into fashion and modeling and all things fashion. We can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. I've always loved beauty since my grandmother, watching her with all her fabulous things. And I've always been attracted to beauty. And I got started in the modeling whenever I went to John Casablanca. Neisha was my best friend at the time, and she was there. And I went, and I was more so more print. So I did print modeling. I take really great photographs. So that's kind of like was my niche. And I really fell in love with it. It actually kind of saved my life in a way, because it was like I felt like I came alive in front of the camera. And then I just kind of cultivated that into really wanting to help other young women do the same thing. I saw a need there. A lot of women were pretty on the outside, but they really didn't know what that was on the inside. I came from a good family, but I still struggled with insecurities. So I kind of wanted to more so help other women not only like be beautiful on the outside, but I also really wanted to say, hey, let's find that spark inside, and let's kind of make sure that the outside matches the inside. So that kind of led me to start developing, doing shows and events, training. Me and Neisha got together, and just we've been a dynamic duo ever since. And we've been able to really cultivate industry here locally in Oklahoma.
That is very interesting. And I love what you said about helping women find their beauty, because so often we don't know what our beauty is. We're comparing ourselves to what we see in the magazines. We're comparing ourselves to the stars on the runway. We're comparing ourselves to each other. And there's beauty in each woman. And it's beautiful that you can find that and help a woman spark that inside of herself, that she can see that in herself. And that is a beautiful thing. And the way you and Neisha, and I know Neisha is doing model coaching, helping them to walk. And so women who probably didn't think they could model, probably didn't know they had that skill or that talent, she's bringing that out in them. And that is awesome. I wish I'd had something like that when I was coming up, because I went to model when I was a young lady. And Ebony Fashion Fair, every month when it came out, I was looking at it. I was so excited about it. And so it is so wonderful to have women like you who are helping young women who were like me back then to realize their dreams. So to the meat of this whole thing, we're promoting something very special, an event that you all are doing in Oklahoma. Could you, either of you, tell us about your event and tell us about the aspect of Juneteenth? First of all, tell us about Juneteenth for those people who don't know the significance of that holiday.
Neisha, you want me or you to go?
Alicia, you can talk about it.
Okay, we'll have Alicia.
So basically, Juneteenth celebrates freedom of African Americans, and the culture just of who we are. And so what we wanted to do with that locally, because we are in Tulsa, Oklahoma with Black Wall Street. So we have one of the biggest Juneteenths in America, really. Yes. We have up to 15,000 people that came to, I think, the last two that we had. So we really wanted to, we saw that Juneteenth celebrated music, they celebrated art, wellness, all those things, but they didn't really tap into the fashion community. And so I thought it was a need to partner with them for this year. We've been putting on runway shows and talent for a long time, but I was like, let's partner in and bring another event to the week of events during Juneteenth, and bring out the fashion community and people who are interested and highlight our local top designers and stylists and models and just creatives. We have makeup artists, we have all photographers, all different types of creatives that we live here and we love what we do. And I saw a need that was there. And so I went to the head of the Juneteenth locally in Tulsa and asked her, should we, can we partner and can we bring this to life? And she was like, yes, we've been wanting this. So it was just like a great marriage. Well, we're not married yet, we're just dating, but I thought we were going to get married after the show. Yeah. But it has been an amazing ride since we partnered back in February, just to join in with like-minded people who work in excellence. And we're excited to bring really our events to this side of Tulsa and really show them that this is not just a show. This is a movement, and this is a production, I promise, nobody has never seen before.
Yes. Oh boy, it gives me
Wow,
goosebumps. Neisha, do you have anything you want to weigh in on that aspect?
I believe she said it all.
Okay.
She said it all.
Well, you know, a lot of people underestimate Oklahoma
Mhm.
and they underestimate Tulsa. They don't think anything is in Oklahoma. They just think it's cowboys and Indians and tumbleweeds. And there is a culture base in Oklahoma that is not strongly recognized. And I think that it is a wonderful thing that you all are bringing that culture to the fore, where many people can experience it. Because there are a lot of people, as you stated, there are designers in Tulsa. I didn't know that there were designers there, right there in Tulsa. So there are a lot of creatives who would not otherwise be spotlighted if it were not for an event like this. So tell me more about this event and what we're going to see. Also, yes, tell me about what we're going to see in this event that you have.
So we're having the event on a rooftop
Oh,
of the
nice.
Vista 21. It's right next to Greenwood Rising building. And we're going to be showcasing local. We are partnered with OKC as well. So we're doing a duel. It's called This Is Oklahoma Juneteenth Runway Show. So we have partnered with OKC Fashionistas in Tulsa, and we're coming together and we are showcasing the top designers and wardrobe stylists out of Oklahoma. And we're also showcasing all of our model talent. And we're going to put us as producers, we put together a production to kind of bring to life the story behind the line of the stylists and the designers. So we're telling a story on the runway as well. So it's not just going to be just a show. So the designers are working hard. They're sewing. They're doing all their things right now. The stylists are pulling clothes, and we're going to tell a story. And that the more so thing behind the show is really just to kind of start to create the talk about, and I would like to call it Oklahoma Fashion Matters. And that it pretty much cultivates really highlighting an industry to start getting funds for what we're doing, and building an industry around what we're doing, and be able to have platforms that we can be able to not only just stay local, but we can actually go out and make a living and a revenue from what we do as an art. So we're also going to be making sure that we tell that story throughout the event, and we're going to be able to intertwine that with the actual showcases that we do. So it's going to be a show. We're telling a story through runway. All the models are trained. So no model walks on our runway without them being trained and without them know how to deliver, because they are marketers. They just walk, and we want them to be able to sell those garments. And we want to introduce the audience to these creatives so they can shop locally. You can get your handmade designs. You can know where the stores are. If you are going to an event and you want a stylist, these things are important. And our goal is to really to captivate a lot of business owners and people who are doing big things in Oklahoma, and they go to these kind of events, but they don't know where to start to shop. They don't want to start to get styled. We want to be able to join all of these people together so they are able to kind of find each other and know what's here, and everybody wins.
That is outstanding. Those are things that I didn't know. I was totally ignorant to that group of people who were available to do those kinds of things. So, can you name drop any of the designers, or is that?
Yes, we have Kenya Carter. She
Okay.
is a local handmade designer. I've been putting on her events and shows since 2014. She is amazing, and she just launched her new line called Shapes. And we just did a photo shoot for that, where women pick their clothing by their shape and not just their size. And so she is just won some competitions here locally in Tulsa, who was helping fund new up and coming businesses. And she won 10K for that idea. And so she's going to be premiering her collection. We have Lonnie McQuarters. He is a celebrity stylist. He styled for Lindsay Lohan for 10 years. And so he is a local native as well. And we have Trey Thaxton that's going to be there, and he is the owner of Greenwood Ave clothing, and it's pretty much like a streetwear type of clothing design. And we have Landy. She's out of Oklahoma City, and she's also an emerging stylist that pretty much can do it all. She styles your closet. She can come in and do it all. So she's gonna be displaying her talent as well. And we have a couple more sneak peeks that we're gonna let y'all see the day of.
Oh, that is the vibe. That is the vibe. So you talked about shapes, I think, with Kenya Carter.
Yes.
The models that you're having, are they all sizes? Are they curvy models? Are they, your classic model that you would see when you're having these different designers with these different kinds of styles?
Well, yeah, we kind of have what I like to call like a model gumbo.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. We're very inclusive with our brand, and meaning that we welcome all. We do men, women. We're kind of looking at working on the children, where we still are trying to get that department a little more together. But we do standard model size. We do plus size. We do white. We do black. We do Asian. I mean, we're inclusive with who we have on our runway. As long as you can sell and you have that gift, we want you. That's our thing. Yeah. So you're gonna see a little bit of a mixture of all different the standard model and the model, then the girl next door who you didn't even know that can step out and step on that runway and show out. But yes, she's gonna look 10 foot tall, even though she may be 5'7".
Right. And there's all different kinds of models these days that have different. Neisha and I were talking the other day. There's models with different skin changes in their face, yes, and there are all kinds of models. You think outside the box. It's not your traditional look. Maybe freckled people, or shorter people, taller people, thicker people, and so it is a wide open field for all the different kinds of people. And that's what makes fashion, I think, so interesting, as far as looking at models and the clothing.
And we're also going to have, we did a casting call, and we had women 55 through 60. So we're also going to have women, seasoned women that's going to be on the runway as well. We're really an inclusive brand. We have women who used to model, but they stopped modeling and they can do it anymore. And we just saw the Fashion Week, and one of the big designers in Paris, he had all seasoned women doing his line for this year's Paris show that just happened. So it's kind of opening up. We've kind of been doing that for a long time, but it's opening up mainstream to where they're kind of been inclusive, because every woman and every man is in those audiences, and they need clothes, and they need style, they need help. I mean, this is a part of who we are. And so I just really want to get the word out there of we matter, we're here, and we do, and we need support, and we need notoriety, and we need to be able to speak about more of who we are and what we do and our why. And so we're going to be really pushing a lot of that content out through our brand of not just showing clothes, but educating about who we are as individuals in different sectors of who we represent.
Excellent. Golden Bronze, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. That. Thank you so very much. That is so very interesting. I wanted to ask, you touched on having over 55, and that was one of my questions, if you were going to have ladies from the middle age. But the other thing is, you said we're going to have all sizes of models, even if they're small, they're going to look 5'7" or something like that. Do you have clothing for little people like me that are 5 feet tall, 5'1", 5'2"?
Yes, and so our designers, we try to really scout designers who have different types of meet different types of needs of people. This one in particular, I will go more so with a stylist where they can pull. Kenya Carter can kind of pretty much do it all for all shapes. So she does have a line, and she does have a local store that you can go in and definitely browse through her things. So yes, we will have a little bit of everything in the show sprinkled throughout.
Okay, I want to see some models 5'1", 5'2", because we buy clothes too.
And we have, and more so, education about behind of why they more so have taller models on their runway, because it's a presence thing. You know what I mean? It's about, when you're looking at a model walking, it's somebody that kind of just grabs your attention. A lot of times shorter, if you're kind of too short and you're walking and you don't really know how to walk in heels and walk tall, it kind of takes away from the garment and people kind of more look at other things. So that's why the training that we do, even if you're like 5'7" or 5'6", the training that we do is we actually teach you how to walk tall, even though you may be shorter, having that poise, having that grace, having that confidence, just so you can be able to sell, because models are marketers.
And even though some of the styles and models may be 5'7", what if somebody 5'2" wanted that same garment? Would it be able to be made to fit that person?
Yes, mostly the designers and the stylists, they have something for everybody. That's just really what they do for the showpiece.
Okay, and I want to go back a little bit where you said that not only do you focus on the model being pretty outwardly, but you try to bring out that presence that they have inwardly. What kind of training or what do you do to extrapolate that from them to find out exactly what their inner personality is so that it can match their outer appearance?
Well, we really look for people. I mean, a lot of models, whenever back in the day, when we started, they would be real pretty on the outside, but they had low self-esteem. They were comparing themselves a lot. And so our goal is to really teach you how to rock your own kind of beautiful. And once we kind of get in there and we kind of find that spark, that thing that makes you spark, we speak to that. We encourage that we look for that, and we encourage that, and we encourage in our talent. So we don't yell at you, we don't scream at you, we're stern, and we want to get we want to make sure you get there, but we encourage you. We bring it out of you. It's kind of like a ministry. I mean, to be honest, I always ask, where can I find God at in this? And, and God was like, you're helping people find their spark. And once you're confident and you find that spark within you, then you can pretty much do anything. It doesn't matter. And so that's really like our little recipe, our little sauce that we have. So it's not just a development that you come in, and whenever you come for our development classes, you also come to build that inner to build that inner self and to find that spark. And that's our goal, to bring it out.
So you find that through the development process.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I was asking. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Neisha, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I was about to pull it out.
I'm the talker, as you can see.
Behind the scenes. But just to kind of piggyback off of what Alicia said about the development, it's all about really developing not just the model in you, but the confidence as well in you. Because I know for me that when I put on those heels, when I get dressed, it's a whole different person. That confidence is like, those heels just bring that confidence out of me. And then if you can walk in them too, that makes it even better. You're a whole nother person. Yeah. And that's really kind of what we work on in the modeling. It's not just about the modeling, the fashion, walking, posing, and everything. It's about the whole person. Because a lot of times when you're just in life, period, you want to feel more confident from the way that you look, from the way that you speak, from the way that you walk, you move. It's a presentation, period. Life is a runway. And it's about how you present yourself, from head to toe, from when you walk into the room, from when you talk to somebody or whatever. It's a whole presentation. So that's what we work on, is really bringing out the confidence in you. And like I tell everybody has their own signature walk. You're not going to walk like me, but when I give you pretty much the formula, the format, and everything, you'll be able to walk like you.
I have one other question. I'm gonna turn it back over to the co-host to host. And that question is, where do you get the models from? Where do you do a casting call, or, you know?
We do a casting call. Depending on if we're doing shows, we'll do casting calls for the shows. But then I know on Facebook, I am in a lot of different model groups. There's tons of groups for models, photographers, designers, different things like that, chat rooms. So I pretty much go into these different groups, say, hey, we're doing casting calls. Or just like Alicia, she's good, you know, just speaking to people when she sees people, just scouting like that. I'm more digital. She's more in your face. Like,
so Alicia's finding people on the street and say, hey.
I will find you going into a restroom.
Now, Alicia, you don't go in the restroom. Yes, you do.
Alicia, tell them. I don't care where you are. If I'm in traffic,
yeah,
and I see you walking, I will pull over and I will get out the car.
Wow.
I love it. That's kind of how you and I are, Mickey. I mean, you're the more vocal than me, and I'm the behind the scenes person. I mean, I talk, but you're...
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. She doesn't give herself enough credit. You know, we're partners, kind of like you guys are partners. And she tries to say she's the silent partner, but she's not. But that's a whole other Dr. Phil show on that one. So that was you, Alicia, I saw in that bed. That was you. No, so you two work together in the workshops that you're doing model training. Do you do it together?
Yeah.
So what is your strong suit in it? What is your expertise that you focus on, Neisha? And then I want to know, Alicia, what is your part in those workshops? So Alicia.
So pretty much what I do, I'll focus on the foundation, like the from how you stand, your posture, the catwalk, one foot in front of the other, to the poses, the turns, and everything like that. So I'm pretty much the foundation of it.
Okay. Giving practical information that they need to build on.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then Alicia,
I'm pouring the concrete.
Yeah. And then she's got the framing and everything over here. So what part do you do? Are you?
I focus on the. I focus on the poses, on the more advanced, the choreography.
Okay.
I help the models be able to kind of walk through different rhythms of the music, help them to be able to sell the garment. So if there's a dress and it has pocket, or a pants and has pockets, or it's a dress or it's an arm that has like, long hanging sleeves, I show you how to model that and convey that for the camera and also for the audience, so you can actually sell the garment. And I noticed with a lot of different models these days, it's kind of like a lot of they are the ones that go out to the runway thinking it's about them, and it's not. You're there to sell the garment of the designer. Right. And it's a job and it is a business. So I'm really, really adamant about that.
Right. And so it kind of reminds me of, I've watched Project Runway lots of times. So it sounds kind of like the formula that we would see there. Is that kind of how the behind the scenes works as far as putting together a show? Because they always say that you're selling the garment. It's not about you. And then they get the right model to hang the clothing on. So tell me a little bit about that. Is it kind of like the Project Runway background?
Yeah, I mean, it's every background in the industry. I mean, you designers, and even speaking back to when you asked about 5-1, it's really up to the designer to kind of find out who's their potential customer or their client, and who they want to put on these garments to display. So they ultimately pick. We're kind of those front people that we kind of know a little bit of what they want. And we do the first pickings, but they're the ones who chooses. And in the background, it's really how you walk in it, how you feel in it. Does it fit like a glove? It's like, it has to be a good fit. It's like a marriage. You have to marry the garment. So being able to convey that is very crucial to the client selling.
So do the designers watch the models walk in their garments, do they see
Yes.
who will work best in the garment?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you have sort of a casting call for them, not just for you all, but for them.
Well, in Oklahoma, it's a little different. It's a little different in the Midwest region. It's not like New York or the big times. It's a little different. Like a lot of times, her and I and another part of our team will go and we'll do the castings, and then we'll pick the models, and then we'll match them, or we'll send all of those digitals over to the designer and allow them to choose. Which model will be better, and based off measurements, the look, the walk. Also, they really go off attitude too. So I always teach models to show up, with a good attitude. That's very, very crucial to been chosen again, because there's a lot of great models who they're great, but if they don't really rock with the designer will not have them back. And we've even had situations locally to where the model wanted to walk for a designer again, but the designer was like, don't like their attitude. So we teach the models how to even put up the clothes on backstage. Don't sit in their clothes. Making sure you're not drinking certain deodorants, like, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that you are you're able to make sure that their garment makes it back like you got it.
That is very interesting. I didn't realize they went into personality as far as deciding who would wear their clothing, whether or not they vibe, with that person or not. That's interesting.
Yeah. Neisha, you were going to say something?
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what Alicia was saying, the thing is about modeling, it's not, I can just dress up, take pictures, walk the runway and everything. That is, in some places, it's a major job. Like people eat, sleep, and breathe modeling. It's a job. So it's like, with models, our thing is developing people that are serious about it. Especially if you're serious about it, these are the tools that you need to really be successful. And we want the models that come and work with us to be very successful. So we teach them how to be successful, how to conduct themselves when they go to a fitting or a go-see or anything like that. What to have in your model bag when you go to jobs, when you're at the events for the modeling. We teach them all that. So when they go, they are ready.
I respect that. It's just like any occupation. You got to
exactly. I always look at it as models are blank canvases. The designers, the makeup artists, the hair stylists, they're the artists, and they need something they need a canvas. So it's like, you be that canvas. Like she said earlier, it's not about you, the model, but you play a very, very, very important role. But you also have to know how to play that role.
So the model is somewhat a product. You have to sell. You have to package the model in order for them to be palatable for the person who will want to hire them. And so you equip them completely in every way. Because I think sometimes people think modeling is just being cute and walking down the runway, but there's a whole lot more that goes into it. A lot of training, a lot of attitude, a lot of teaching and cultivating what you want in a model to get them ready. So
after they come to our classes, they recognize that.
So is that a weeding out process when they come to the classes and they realize this is probably not for me, or when they come, are they pretty much sure this is what they want to do, and you can get them to where they want to be?
Well, the thing is that it's kind of dual, because I believe some come because they want to be a model, they want the experience. Some come because they want to just see if they got it, and then some actually come to gain confidence. So it's not. So I mean, it just kind of depends on where they are and what they're wanting to do.
Yeah. Well, what I love so much is that you have mature models, women of a certain age, which is golden bronze and myself. But sometimes after you get past a certain age, people don't see you anymore. You become invisible, and that no one wants you around, no one needs you around. You're too old, your hair is gray, and so it's such an ageist society that I'm so grateful that you all are including women who are of a mature age, because we have a lot to bring to the table. We're not dead yet. We haven't.
We're just getting started.
Listen, I'm refiring. I'm not retiring. So, and so this is a time when we are our most vibrant self. This is a time that sometimes we feel like we have something to prove because we've been pushed to the background so much. And so when you get a woman of a certain age, we're hungry for it and we want to do our best work. So I'm so glad that you're including women like us, even, the 5'1" and the 5'9" over here, that you include every kind of woman into this. That is a wonderful opportunity for those women to see what they're made of. If they still have it, or even if they didn't know they had it, now they know they have it because you've encouraged them and you've taught them the skills and given them the tools to do just that. That's very, very exciting. Dr. Bronze, do you have any other questions for them?
Yes, I wanted them to talk more about their event coming up, to take this opportunity to pitch it so that people will come fly into Tulsa and go to this event and tell us where the proceeds go, if it's for charity or if it's for profit. You don't have to get too detailed, but this is your time to sell your fashion show.
Well, I would like to say that for one, the charity is us right now at this point, because we really have to really pump about, really get out there in the industry, who we are and what we do. And really kind of get that funding to kind of start circulating so people can get paid and we can be able to kind of actually like have an industry to where they can make a revenue from what they're doing. We will have VIP and general admission this year. So we will have a whole VIP experience. So all our VIPs, you will have a VIP reception where you'll have champagne and wine if you'll like. You'll have special hors d'oeuvres made by chefs. And then you will be able to go upstairs before the event starts and view our fashion exhibition. You'll be able to do meet and greets with the designers and stylists, see their racks of clothes, pick through things, learn more about them. You will be able to have front row seating at the event. We also will have a lot of media and press there that will be covering the events, that will be interviewing and really kind of getting the word out there about who we are in Oklahoma, fashion, the designers, the public. So we're going to have a lot of press there. It's a lot of photos there. And it's going to be on a rooftop. The music is going to be live. The showpiece is going to be live. We have great intros. We have a host. I mean, it's literally going to be something that you've never seen before. And I'm even coming from New York. I mean, what are we doing? I feel like we're on the level, if not that and more. It's just that we just really haven't been able to be seen. So this event is going to be something that Tulsa, Oklahoma has never seen. And I promise you that.
Excellent.
It sounds awesome. Now tell us where we can buy tickets.
And what the date is.
Yes.
Neisha?
The date is going to be June 8th. That's a Saturday. And you can get the tickets from Eventbrite. They are on sale now. The link is Tulsa Juneteenth Runway Show at eventbrite.com.
Okay.
Yes, and also with that, y'all, these tickets will sell out. They're already selling, by the way. The VIPs, y'all are coming. So this event will sell out. We have reels going out. We have all kind of backstage behind the scenes that's going to be happening that we're doing. We have up to 30 models, almost 35. It's a lot of models. We have male and female models, men and women's collections that's going to be there. So something a little bit for everybody. This show will sell out and it will be talked about. We're going to have videographers there. We have photographers there. I mean, we're going to be capturing. It's going to be like you're on another planet. I'm telling you, you're not going to know you're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But
we're excited because I already have my ticket. So I'm
so excited. I tell you, I will try to figure it out. I got so much going on here. I told Mickey G, I'm not going to make this one, but I want to come. So we'll see what I can do.
Well, here, of course, now you'll have an opportunity because full disclosure, Neisha and I are planning a fashion show in Tulsa, Oklahoma in February 2025. And so that's an exciting thing. We have a partnership that we're going to be doing, and we're very excited about it. And the proceeds are going to fund Golden Swan Cadre, which is the nonprofit that Golden Bronze is the CEO and founder of. And we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization that advocates against domestic violence against women. And also we advocate for women's health, being mental and physical health in that area. So if anyone knows anyone who may be a domestic abuse victim and wants to reach out, contact Golden Swan Cadre. It's on your crawl, or see Golden Bronze on Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitter. I think that's all the places. And so look for us in February. We'll be highlighting Black Wall Street also, and our show will be in Tulsa. We'll tell you more about it later. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for giving us your time. We know this is a busy time for you to get ready for this magnificent show that I cannot wait to go to. I'm so excited. And that's why we need to have you on today. We want everyone to know about this show. And so with that, thank you for joining us. And I'm going to say again, you can hear our show on Village Global Network on Mondays every other week at 10 a.m., powered by Zeno FM with additional monitoring through online radio box on the following stations: Culture Shock Radio, Canada; Radio Curcio, Mexico; Rockbox FM, USA; and Wapter Music FM in Guadalupe. So, Golden Bronze, do you have anything you want to say to close us out?
Yes, we are on 119 radio stations throughout the United States and other countries, as she just mentioned. You can follow us on Instagram at @the_Golden Swan Cadre. We're also on Facebook as Golden Swan Cadre. On the banner there is our website, www.goldenswancadre.com. Please, we do help women of domestic violence. You can donate at Cash App, $ Golden Swan Cadre, Chime, $ Golden Swan Cadre, PayPal, Golden Swan Cadre. It's all purple, beautiful, and Golden Swan Cadre. Please donate. And we want to thank you all for joining us this evening on Gab with Golden Bronze. We appreciate it. We know that you could have been anywhere doing anything. We want to again thank our special guests, Anisha and Neisha. We know that you carved out a little time of your day to come on our platform. We truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Gab with Golden Bronze. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.